Hi there, it's Hélène with another video. Thank you for joining me. So in yesterday's video, I talked about the Jaclyn Hill palette having been a bit of a surprise. If you want to see the brand new focus for that palette, you can see it right here. And I said that that palette prompted me to go and get the Dare to Create palette. And so that was a nice surprise. I did 5 swatches and took a look at the palette. It was a regret of mine from holiday 2017, and when it was restocked and Morphe got a warehouse in Canada that made it possible to get this without paying an arm and a leg. This was $49 Canadian. I went for it. Now, in order to get free shipping in Canada, you have to spend $60, and I had been looking for something else, and I thought Morphe might be the answer. So if you're curious about what I was looking for from Morphe, then stick around. This is going to be the answer. Or I should say, I am hoping it is the answer because I haven't used it yet. So what am I talking about? I was not interested in Morphe lipsticks or blushes or bronzers or any other contour products or liners or anything like that. It's just not my jam. So I decided that I would complement the, I think, $45 or $49 Dare to Create. I'll put the cost down here, with another palette. And this is a palette that I believe is discontinued in the US but still available in Canada, and it is the 35B. Now, it came in the same type of box as the Dare to Create. So what I like about the Morphe packaging, not that I like a huge amount about the Morphe packaging, but it does come in bubble wrap, which I mentioned in yesterday's video. Juvia's Place does that as well, and I really appreciate it because if you keep the box and the bubble wrap, you can more easily take these guys traveling. Now, unlike the Dare to Create palette, which is cardboard, this one is plastic, and I have noticed when I was opening up this palette to look at it to make sure it wasn't broken before this video, I noticed that it was pretty hard to open. Now, this is what it looks like. Sorry about the ring light, I'm blinding you. And you'll see that it has a plastic over the shadows, and the reason for it is to put the names on, because they don't put the names with the shadows as a rule. Although I do like that on the Jaclyn Hill palette, the second version of the packaging, the names are all on the back, which is really nice. So I just took the plastic off and I'm putting it here. Now, I did take a picture of the shadows with the plastic on, and I'm probably going to put a picture, just like I intend to do with the Dare to Create, right here so that I don't have to keep playing with that plastic. So this is what it looks like, and there are, again, 35 shades, very similar to the Jaclyn Hill palette, actually the same exact layout, just this is plastic as opposed to the cardboard. I don't mind the plastic packaging, I just wish that the closure was not as stiff. Now, why did I get this packaging? Well, I wanted a basics palette of pretty much all the primary colors, and this one does a pretty decent job. A lot of mattes as well, which is what I was looking for. Now, this palette was competing with another palette, and that one was BH Cosmetics. I think the Brazil palette, Take Me to Brazil, Take Me Back to Brazil. I'm not sure which one. I'm talking about the original. And this one went out just by the fact that it is available in Canada for a decent price. This one was $30 Canadian, and I think the equivalent price in the US was $24 if I'm not mistaken. But the biggest color in this whole palette that I really am curious about is this yellow. So in a previous video, and I will definitely link it in the cards, I said I was on the hunt for the perfect yellow, and the perfect yellow to me is kind of a canary yellow, and it is a matte. And this one sure looks like a matte. So I thought that I could just swatch the more vibrant colors in this palette So I think I'm going to swatch the yellow. I'll swatch the fuchsia. It doesn't come off as vibrant on camera, but I hope you can see it there. I will swatch a green, purple, and a blue. So I will do that for you right now and show you the swatches. Okay, I got smarter this time around. I brought a little towel with me, although my fingers are still quite stained. It's just a mildly wet towel, so I'm still, my fingers are going to be stained for a while. Okay, so I did 5 different swatches of the ones I told you I would do. So the yellow was super of interest to me, and there it is. And there's the fuchsia, the purple, well, one of the purples, the green, kind of a minty green, and then the blue. So overall, I think the color is not bad, right? I think it's okay. So again, I'm just going to show you the colors here. So there's the colors here, and then the palette. So I am very hopeful. BH Cosmetics has a really good reputation when it comes to color payoff. Drea Cian is a big advocate of the quality of BH Cosmetics. And I just decided to try the Morphe because I didn't have to worry about shipping. I didn't have to pay a higher price. I could get what I wanted without trying to go through something like a place like Ulta where I'd have to spend over $100. In this case, it was just an add-on to the Dare to Create palette that I really wanted. And I thought, well, it's $30. It's not 100% of a gamble because if there is another set of colors in here that I like, that even if the yellow is a dud, then I'll be okay. But looking at it, I don't think the yellow is going to be a dud. And of course, this one, along with the, I think it's called the Eye Magic set of cream shadows that I got, and there's a yellow in there as well, that I think that at most together, those 2 yellows will give me the effect that I'm looking for. So I'm happy, I'm satisfied with this palette so far. This is really the first time I swatched them. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of looks I can create. And to me, this palette is a very good complement to the Dare to Create, which has darker shades. You know what? I'll take that palette out and hold them side by side because to me, they were very complementary. Now, the Dare to Create is quite a bit bigger, but let's see if I can do this. Okay, so there's the Dare to Create. With trying not to blind you guys. Okay, so there's the Dare to Create. See my minute. And the more primary colors in the 35B. So I think that they are pretty much complementary to each other. Not too much overlap. So I'm happy with this purchase. And I had been going back and forth to the 2 palettes just to make sure that I wasn't basically buying a bunch of duplicates. And the kind of grungier, more muted tones of the Dare to Create and the fact that it has those nice complementary shimmers compared to a lot fewer shimmers actually, like as in neutral shimmers in the 35B. I think I'm okay with this. So I would be very curious to know what you think of these 2 palettes. Have you used one or the other or both? Do you have a preference? Is there something else I should be looking at for primary color type palettes? I would be very curious for you to let me know. I don't think I would go for the Viseart primary colors palette at this point, the Brights. I think that is just kind of out of the price range that I'm willing to pay for makeup that's more editorial in nature. But if you have other recommendations, I am all ears. I'm always curious to hear what people like and don't like and recommend or would not recommend. So if you have comments, please leave them down below. If you like the content of this channel, please consider subscribing. And if you like the content of this video in particular, please consider giving it a thumbs up. And I'll just say that I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, take care.